More than 3 million people will fly this weekend, and there are two big stories this morning involving airport security. The government says a record number of flyers are showing up with guns in their carry-on bags.
And the TSA is now experimenting with dogs to screen passengers. Our senior correspondent John Miller joins us. He's a former FBI assistant director. John, good morning.
Good morning.
So these dogs not only expedite, but they also make flying safer.
That's right. And what this really is this is part of TSA's continuing effort to make an integrated approach. So security isn't just one thing by rote. It used to be, you had to make it through the metal detector. Then it was the full body scanner. Then they have, of course, the pre-check line where you get the lighter screening because you're a vetted passenger. This adds a couple of tools together. So one, you've got the behavioral detection officers. They're watching people. And they're looking at who's nervous, who's watching security, who's looking at them. Then you've got the officers with the dogs. Now, these aren't just bomb-sniffing dogs. You take them up to a box, you say, sniff the box. Is that a bomb? If the dog sits, it is. These are vapor wake dogs. That means they can pick up an explosive trail moving in vapor through an airport. That means if somebody's carrying a suicide bomb vest, a bomb in a backpack, that dog's going to put the handler on the trail. So now you take all this together. You've got a big, long line at that. How many times have you gotten in that line and said, I'm going to miss my flight?
Lots of times, but I show up at the airport late.
Well, and I have pre, so it's not a problem.
Well, this program is for you and me. So what they'll do is, they will have the behavioral detection officers look at a section of the line. Then they'll have the dog sweep it. And if the dog doesn't alert for explosives, 90% of their battle is over. They can now take those people and say, you're all going to the pre-queue, and put you through the faster screening. All
right, let's talk about this guns issue. In the first 6 months of this year, the TSA found 894 guns on passengers or in their carry-on bags. That's up like 30%. What's going on?
Okay, now the TSA has thought about this a lot and studied it carefully, and what they've determined is they don't know.
They don't know why there are more guns.
They don't know why there's more guns. It's not that they're detecting them better, or there's just more people leaving guns in their carry-on. Now, I think when you have a year where Smith & Wesson ran out of guns, they said, we have made all the guns our machines can make and we're sold out. Where Americans, the FBI background check shows Americans bought more guns than ever before. This is people who now had one gun or two guns who are now keeping track of 5 or 6 and forget where they put them.
Right, because they can keep them in some states in their purse or their briefcase or whatever.
Right, and this is someone, I took that bag to the gun range last week, or I took that on my hunting trip, but now I'm going to use it for my trip to Florida, and you just don't remember. And
you think that's what happens? They don't remember?
Sure.
The reason...
They have a gun in your bag?
Charlie, this could happen to the best of us.
Well, there's one person at the table that carries a gun, and it ain't me.
And it's not me.
One time in Los Angeles. Anyway, that's another story. But
yeah, you have a gun?
This is when you're keeping track of a bunch of them. That's a rule you only learn one time. I can't remember anybody who's ever done this twice.
Yeah, okay, but you're also a former law enforcement official.
But it's a $3,000 or up fine when you do that, and some people are prosecuted.
John.
Some are. Some.
Yeah. John, happy 4th of July.
Yeah,
Thanks. Nice to see you.
Thanks for the fireworks.